Sports Talk 1080, the team Orlando's Tuck and O'Neill. With Mike Tuck, I'm Jerry O'Neill. Columbus Day. It's football season. Got a Monday night game on Sports Talk 1080, the team Orlando. Don't bat the football. Big baseball story with the playoffs going on. What was that? Was that Saturday night in the wee hours when Chase Utley went steamrolling into Ruben Tejada at second base? Since then, he's been suspended by the league, but apparently they get the holiday off. He appeals, and so the 2-game suspension is on hold until post-Columbus Day, as I understand it. That's buffoonery.
Yeah, well, the appeal part of it's just kind of laughable. But we laugh about that all the time in sports, don't we? I mean, every appeal seems to take like a week or longer to be heard. So that part of it's not so confounding.
Should he be suspended?
Yeah, he should have been kicked out of the game. The suspension kind of comes out of nowhere. Now we're establishing kind of new rules as we go along. He should have been ejected from the game at the time it happened.
You blow me away. New rules as they go along. So what are the rules in place for this play? And any suspension apparently is not in the rules, so we can't add anything. We can't look at a situation individually and make a determination about it.
No, it has to be, unfortunately, collectively bargained. Roger Goodell's kind of learned that lesson the hard way as it regards to making things up on the fly. You can't
ridiculous.
Just make stuff up on the fly. Look, I'm okay with if they want to establish you get suspended for that. I'm fine with that because
so that has to be collectively bargained.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't buy that.
You can't just take players' money away when you decide it feels right. Like, yeah, we shouldn't have that in the game, so we're going to suspend you and take your money.
Suspensions are illegal?
No, suspensions need to be defined what you're being suspended for.
Well, I would say that the play at second base and how he went about it. To be kicked out of the game is one thing. They didn't do that. They didn't rule on it. In fact, let's be honest, the ruling at second base, the replay overview showed that Tejada didn't touch second base, so Utley got to stay there. Yeah. He eventually would score in that big 7th inning that the Dodgers get back into even the series. That he's been suspended for 2 games, to me is acceptable. And within the realm of what the Major League Baseball has to do as far as any suspension that goes on. And then that play doesn't have to be collectively bargained. Double play opportunities at second base and how you slide in doesn't have to be collectively bargained by players. Otherwise, Joe Torre couldn't suspend, right? So the appeal that they delay is a joke. They should have done that before the damn sun come up the next morning. You want to appeal? Come see me. Let's talk. Grab a phone. You got these things in your, text me. But it's BS that they delay it for a day, and he's able to play tonight, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know about that part of it. I understand where you're coming from because ideally we would hear appeals right away, but it doesn't happen. Ideally, we would be able to just make the judgments on the fly as we see fit. That doesn't happen. It does have to be collectively bargained in. You can't just suspend somebody for whatever you want because you know why? They get to appeal it if you do that. You can't just make rules up as you go along.
Yeah, well, let's appeal it before the game. It's not as though...
I'm with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, are you surprised?
Let's see.
I mean, seriously, who's surprised by this?
What do I have on my plate? The other 2 postseason games that aren't being played?
The reality is the Mets got screwed on the call, and then... Obviously, the situation is something that baseball is going to have to look at in the offseason. I think they've kind of screwed up the entire catcher thing, my opinion, that you... How all of a sudden the catcher can't block the plate at all, otherwise the guy is safe. We're reviewing something that is so difficult that it's stupid. They need to go back to the drawing board with that. But they need to go back to the drawing board with this, too, because we see it all the time on the base pass. You're allowed to block a base. Why are you allowed to block a base, but you're not allowed to block home plate? I can drop my knee down, I can get in your way and block your way, and now as a runner, I'm allowed to hurtle through you on the base pass, but not at home plate. Makes no sense. They have to go back to the drawing board and get it situated in the offseason. This is stupid.
2-seamer coming your way. Tuck and O'Neill, weekdays, 3 to 6. Sports Talk 1080, the team Orlando.